Hey guys, I have a question for you today. I've been thinking about doing a Bob's Chord Academy, and I also like to call it chords in context. So when I teach you a chord, I want you to be able to know this is 1, this is 6, this is 2, and this is 5. But I also like to teach in context that you can take 1, 6, 2, and 5, or go 3, flat 3, 2, flat 2, 1, 6, tritone. So there are all these little tricks and things you can do which at first sound pretty hard, and it is a little bit difficult if you don't understand it, but you can take a 1, 6, 2, 5 chord progression and say I'm going to substitute a few things. 1, 6, and instead of D minor I'm going to go to the sharp 4 away, which is also called the tritone, and do A flat or A flat with the sus and then go down. So you start to substitute chords and it's just certain formulas and rules you do. So I call it chords and context. So I would love to teach you guys on a weekly basis. Whoever wants to be in the Chord Academy, let me know if you're even remotely interested. And what it would look like is I would say, okay, today's or this week we're going to do 1, 6, 2, 5 in the key of C. 1, 6, and we'll do some substitutions, and I'll teach you how to build chords. Like, how in the world do you build a nice C major 7 voicing? Well, I would say first thing we need to do is know the C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and you would do that, and then I would say, okay, let's build the chord that we're looking for. We would go 3 of the C major scale. We always go left to right. We go 6 and 9, and then on top I want you to build a G triad. So you have 3, 6, 9, 5, major 7, 9, and we have our 5th on top. Notice that that's also a G major triad in the right hand. Now listen how beautiful this is. That's a beautiful C major 9 voicing. And what you would do is after you get familiar with that, you start going up and down. So that gives you a beautiful C major 9 voicing. Now let's take it to the next level. Let's say we were going to do a nice D chord, and we do this beautiful sound. How simple and how awesome is that? You say, okay, from a D major scale, which normally has 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp, we're doing 3 and flat 7 with a sharp 9 of a D major scale, a sharp 5, and our root on top. That's another sound that I want you to do up and down in half steps as you get comfortable with it. What a beautiful sound that is. Now let's take it one more level. Let's say that we're going to do this simple voicing right here. Well, I just did a training on this one. You take an F major triad, and in the bottom with your pinky you go up a whole step, and then in your thumb you're going to go up a half step. That gives you a beautiful A with a sharp 9 and a sharp 5. A9 with a sharp 9 and sharp 5. Now, I can also go up a tritone, again a sharp 4 away, and do an E flat in the bass. Listen to how pretty that is. Now when I say chords in context, in addition to showing you guys about chords, I'm going to show you about scales. Like, what in the world scale would you use over this? It's not diminished, because diminished would be half step, whole step, which is a very cool scale, but the problem we have with that one is we have an F natural, which is not in the A diminished half whole scale. So the altered scale is what you would be doing. So it's this sound, which is called the altered scale, also known as the diminished whole tone scale, also known as the super Locrian scale, but that's really for another teaching video. But notice that chords in context not only give you the flexibility to learn different chords, different patterns, but also what scales do you use over that? And that's one of the things we will do in the Bob's Chord Academy, which I'm so excited about. You guys know that I have a jazz piano studio, all one word, on Instagram, and it's kind of going somewhat viral for a small creator. We're coming up on 50,000 people, and it's been crazy. Like, every day I hear from people. We have a new guy from France that's joining our academy, which is really cool, and it's the first time that's happened on Instagram. I have tons of engagement, but somebody from France wanted to join, or wants to join our academy, which is awesome. But he's into jazz and jazz chords and jazz hymns and things like that. So with this, you'll get a sort of like an accountability thing. I want to say, hey, let's do that this week. We're going to do 1, 6, 2, 5, and because it'll be a small group of students, I'll be able to say, hey, Johnny, hey, whatever your name is, you're going to get personalized instruction from me, and 2 times a week we're going to do our Chord Academy. So let me know if you're interested. Let me know if you think it's a good idea, and I want to leave you with one more bonus tip. So one of my favorite things to teach in the world is the use of fourths. So like sometimes if I do these kind of things right here at the interval of a fourth, what is it? F up to B flat and B flat up to E flat. It's such a versatile kind of pattern because you can use it if I'm playing blues and I do an F blues. Notice that my top voicing is a fourth. Even when I go to B flat, I'm still using that same fourth. So as you learn these fourth intervals, you can use them in a lot of different situations, and I want to show you one right now. The first thing we're going to do is, let's say we're going to do it over a D bass. So I'm going to go to a, let's do it like this. We'll go D, G, C. That's a fourth in the left hand. Now I'm going to go up a major third from C, which is E. I'm going to do E, A, and D. So I can hit a bass note. That gives me a nice suspended sound, kind of like a D9 with a sus4. Sus4 meaning the fourth note of the scale hasn't been resolved yet, but we're about to do it. So here we go. We have D7 with a suspended. Now watch this. My middle finger is going to go down a half step, and now we're at D7, and my bottom 2 notes on the right hand are going to go down a half step. Listen to this chord. So imagine you're starting a song, whatever song it is, and you go like this. So I just resolved that to G major 7. Let me do that again, because that's so nice we need to do it again. Okay, let me do this again of showing you how to get there. So I was saying, all right, if you're in the key of G and you need a nice introduction, how about hitting a D in the bass? And I'm going to do a fourth voicing, D, G, and C. Pretty easy and pretty standard. Once you get this muscle memory down, you'll always have it. In my right hand, I'm going to do E, A, and D. Now listen to what we're going to do here. Middle finger, my index finger is going to go down to my middle, and my bottom 2 notes are going to go down a half step. That gives me a a D flat 9 sharp 11. So the flat 9 from a D scale is that E flat, and the sharp 11 is the G sharp. And then I resolved it by doing the third of G major. Let's do it one more time. All right, now, because you're so awesome in advance, and I'm going to give you one more tip. We're going to say the same voicing, but this time we're still going to go down from the G to the F sharp, but in my right hand I'm going to do up a half step. So we're going to go, whoa, what happened there? Now we have D7 sharp 9 sharp 5. Let's do that again. Different sound. I'll do the first one and then the second one. I would be interested which one you like better. And maybe you like both of them like me. All right, let me tell you one other thing you could do. Instead of just going up here, up a half step, I could go up to that, which gives me my flat 9 and my sharp 5 and my flat 9. How cool is that? Which is also, by the way, a fourth voicing on top. F to B flat. I can't see what I'm doing here with this microphone in my way, but you get the idea. All right, let me do it again. And then maybe G major. Now, what in the world did I just do there? I love the sound of the C sharp on my G major. So I have any kind of G major. And you do Lydian. What is Lydian? It's the sharp 4 of the major scale. So this is just a fun little extra thing. Let me do that again. I like it so much I need to do it again. So there's our D voicing, D, G, C, E, A, D. Now I'm going to go up to that fourth voicing while I hit that F sharp. Now I can't go any further because of the microphone, but I want to take this this fourth voicing and go up and down with it. That's the great thing about these voicings. Like once you get the fourth voicing, you can start putting it anywhere. And I even recommend this kind of stuff, this kind of practice where you do. So you get the shape of fourth, and then you start to put it in lots of different ways. Okay, now let's say that we're in the Chord Academy and it's a Thursday, and I say, all right, Johnny, we'll call him Johnny again. Johnny, we're going to do this voicing right here. We're going to go down with the bottom two notes in your right hand, a half step. What does that gives us? It gives us a D7 flat 9 sharp 11, which is fantastic, and we're going to resolve it. And then I'll say, all right, now let's go up. And let's get the sharp 9, sharp 5. And then let's next go, we practice that for a little while, and then we're going to go, all right, let's go up. We're going to go up, and this time we're going to go up to get the flat 9, the sharp 5, and the sharp 9. Lots of tension there. And then we're going to resolve it to G major. But I like the G major with that sharp 11. A fun little trick that we can also do is if I'm in G major and I do an A triad, that gives me that Lydian sound that I want, that sharp 11. So that's just a little fun fact. You can put a G major, you want G major, you want that Lydian sound, put that A major triad in your right hand and it sounds fantastic. Okay, now I am so excited about this Chord Academy, and the next step is this. I need to see who is actually interested in joining me in this venture, right? I have a bunch of new things coming this fall, but this is where I want to start. And part of it has to do with my Instagram channel, where I do 10 to 15 second, sometimes 50-second loops and teaching mostly in the jazz context. But people are asking me, how do you do this? How do you create these progressions? How do you do all these things? And what I want to do is show you exactly how I do it, because the beauty of all these amazing chords is that once you learn them, you make it your own. Like if I'm playing a song and just randomly, if I'm in the key of F, and I'm going to go 3, 6, 2, 5, and I go 3 of any kind, and then I go 6, which is D. I just took that voicing, and now I'm at G major, and I could go C7 with that flat, sharp 9, sharp 5, that kind of sound. So I'm just taking those ideas that I just demonstrated and showing you how I like to turn them around and make them my own. I mean, once you learn it and you practice it in all keys, then it's yours. It's not mine, right? Well, it never was mine, but you get the idea. All right, guys, that's enough, but I am so excited. I want to hear from you. Even if you hate the idea, put it in the comments. If you like the idea, but you're a little bit worried about the idea of a jazz chord academy, then put that in the chat as well. This is an experiment. We're taking things to the next level, and I'm super excited about it. And because there's always one little thing more, is the video I did earlier today, I demonstrated on our 20 tips for 5-minute practice success. I said you can go 2, 5, and 1. Actually, we did 1, 6, 2, 5, which is the last example in the course, was this. And what I want you to know is that even my beginners can benefit from the Chord Academy, because we start here. I mean, Bill Evans, flat third of a D major scale, 5, flat 7, 9. This is a beautiful voicing. D minor 9, no matter what, that's going to always be an incredible voicing. It's going to sound fantastic. And that's a shape, a grip that you can use. To get to a G13, all you do is lower your middle finger down. And then you have C major 9. Isn't that beautiful? Where you have 2, 5, 1. Or 1, you can go 1, 6, 2, 5. And all these are shapes. So I'm doing 3, 5, major 7, and then you learn this shape, and then you learn this shape, and then you learn that shape. So even my beginners can understand how to do this, and I teach you all about that. I love about chords and context. I love to teach, and if you are a part of this Chord Academy, which is an experimental thing for me, I know I'm going to do it, but I need to make sure people can get on board with me on this. But I'm not only going to know your name, I'm going to know what your goals are and how I can help you. I had somebody email me today, can you help me lock up the hands? And I I think I already did reply to you, and I am going to help you get there. And the way you're going to lock up the hands is the same way we'll do it in the academy. You say, all right, we're going to lock it up by going 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So notice I did the and of 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2. So if you play anything slow and straight, I'll do it in a blues context. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. This person was having trouble locking up the hands in our blues courses. So I say you can do anything if you play it slow and straight. 1 and 2. And you say, all right, where do the hands lock up? C to A or F to A. 1 and. The first one is the downbeat. 1 and 2 and then I put those together. 1 and 2 and. Do that for a while. Now 1 and 2 and the next one is G and B flat with C and G. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and eventually we learn how to, by repetition, left hand only, right hand only, playing it slow and straight, you will get the feel you're looking for. All right, that's enough for now. I know that's a lot of material, but I am so excited, but I need your feedback on this one. Put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. We have a lot of blues people on this channel, which I absolutely love, but you know me. I think blues and jazz work so well together. It's so important to learn both. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.